The film begins in war-torn France during the height of World War II. Amid a brutal battle, Nazi forces manage to breach a sector of Paris. A German soldier warns civilians that anyone harboring resistance fighters will pay dearly. But before a massacre can begin, the Nazi general halts the operation, ordering his troops to regroup due to the enemy's close proximity. The colonel insists they punish the French, aiming his weapon. But just before he pulls the trigger, a woman steps from the crowd, pleading that they know nothing of any rebels. A tense debate erupts between the general and the colonel, but it's short-lived. They're caught off guard by an unexpected attack. Not by an army, but by a single man. A lone U.S. soldier fighting like an entire battalion during a desperate retreat. The colonel recognizes him and calls him Ryder. It's not their first encounter. Grenades are exchanged at point-blank range, and Ryder pushes forward toward the Nazi camp until a single shot suddenly drops him. Then silence. It all fades. Was it just a dream? He wakes up in an unfamiliar place. Disoriented, Ryder explores the area and discovers a mysterious bag. Inside, a pistol with ornate engravings, keys to an unknown vehicle, and a wallet, completely empty. At a nearby motel, the receptionist greets him by the name Ryder, the same name the colonel had used. He finds a sleek motorcycle waiting outside. It's his, apparently, and begins to ride into a city he doesn't recognize. Elsewhere, in a towering headquarters, we meet Mr. Sanborn, an aging corporate tycoon, alongside his assistant Jack. Strangely, they both appeared in Ryder's wartime dream. Sanborn is the Nazi general, and Jack is the interrogating soldier. Soon, they're visited by a man named Sauch, none other than the colonel from Ryder's vision, now posing as a world-renowned architect. He's pushing forward Sanborn's citywide redevelopment project, a vision meant to reshape the urban landscape. But doubts creep in. The lower-class neighborhoods will suffer, and Sanborn hesitates. Sauch quickly reassures him. Great legacies require sacrifice. Meanwhile, Ryder crosses a street that jolts a memory. Young girl being kidnapped by a gang. The moment passes. Still dazed, he enters a cozy restaurant and recognizes the waitress. It's the same woman from his dream, Morgan. She now works at her grandmother Shell's diner. Their peaceful morning is shattered when Jack arrives with henchmen to collect rent on behalf of Sanborn. Ryder watches closely. Jack leaves without incident. Ryder then asks Shell about any recent kidnappings, but she hasn't heard of any. After hopping back on his motorcycle, Ryder experiences another vivid memory, not of World War II, but of ancient Rome. In this vision, Sanborn is a Roman senator, influenced by Sauch, who orders the deaths of Morgan and her daughter. But Ryder, now a gladiator, fights to protect them. He's jolted back to reality when Jack and his thugs confront him. A brawl ensues, only interrupted by Detective Timons, who breaks it up. Though suspicious of Ryder, the detective lets him go after Morgan and Shell vouch for him. They offer Ryder shelter, giving him a home. Morgan explains that Jack works for Sanborn, a man who recently graced the cover of People magazine under the nickname The Man with a Vision. But that vision, according to Morgan, is just greed, extorting the public for profit. Ryder begins connecting the dots. Every time he sees Sanborn, he's pulled deeper into these strange flashbacks. Back in Rome, Ryder battles multiple gladiators to defend Morgan and her daughter. The crowd demands their release. The senator yields but orders one final duel, Ryder versus Jack. In the present, Ryder sees Sauch leaving the Sanborn building and realizes he, too, appears in all his dream lives. Back at the diner, Morgan reveals she's an ADA, but hasn't been able to practice due to financial struggles. She steps away after receiving a message from Roger Hammond, a powerful city official and her current employer, working to stop Sanborn's destructive project. Soon after, Ryder spots a newspaper ad about a missing girl. In another memory, chaos unfolds. Plans are being made to break Hammond by targeting his greatest weakness, his daughter. That night, Sauch calls Ryder unexpectedly. He knows about the dreams. He offers no explanation, only warns him, "We have a game to play." Suddenly, Ryder finds himself in a 15th century tavern in England. Sanborn is now a feudal lord, Souch's advisor, and Morgan a poor woman unable to pay taxes. As the lord demands more from her, an old woman appears, urging him to do the right thing. Torn, Sanborn hesitates. Back in the present, Ryder takes the missing girl ad to Detective Timons. The case is closed, apparently a false alarm. Still, Ryder's eyes linger on the detective's bulletin board, filled with articles about Sanborn. Timons warns him, asking questions about Sanborn is dangerous. He's investigating the tycoon, but secretly. That night at the bar, Souch approaches Ryder again, this time introducing himself as a motivational speaker. As Ryder looks at him, he sees Souch shift, Nazi colonel, Roman advisor, feudal manipulator, the snake always whispering in Sanborn's ear. After Souch leaves, Ryder touches his business card and is transported back to the England memory, where he fights Jack again, each duel more intense than the last. Shell's voice finally pulls him back. The next morning, Jack offers Ryder a job with the Sanborn group. When Sanborn hears of this, he lashes out at Souch for overstepping. Souch calmly responds, pointing to a news segment. Hammond has vowed to stop Sanborn's project. Furious, Sanborn gives the go-ahead to take any measures necessary. Later, Ryder meets with Jack, whose job offer is a cover for intercepting Hammond's car. Ryder agrees, and as he rides away, he finds himself back in the World War II dream, resuming the scene where the general fires on an innocent family. Haunted, he questions what's real. Souch appears once more, telling Ryder that evil must sometimes win so good can survive. He urges Ryder to stop fighting fate and accept what is. Back in the diner, Ryder is greeted by Morgan, covering for Shell. Their peaceful moment is interrupted when Timons arrives with news. Ryder doesn't exist in any record. He's a ghost. Morgan notices Ryder's many scars, wounds from past lives. Though she feels happy with him, she's still filled with questions. The next day, Shell shows Ryder something hidden on Souch's card. When reversed, his name spells chaos. Meanwhile, Sanborn finds a strange letter on his desk, clearly from another time. It reads, "It's never too late to do what is right." The same words spoken by the old woman in Ryder's dream. With those words echoing in his mind, Sanborn has a change of heart. He tells Jack to cancel their plan. But it's too late, his men only take orders from chaos. Later, Annie Hammond's daughter is escorted home by security. But their van is ambushed and driven to a remote location where Souch and his men, including Ryder, wait. Sanborn makes a desperate last-minute attempt to stop the kidnapping, but Jack opens fire. In the chaos, Ryder shoots back, allowing Annie to escape. As Jack lies dying, he recalls they've been through this before. Rome, World War II, eternal enemies in a cycle of violence, always ending the same, with Ryder victorious. Ryder then confronts Souch, now fully revealed as Chaos. Though unarmed, Chaos isn't finished. As the adrenaline fades, Ryder realizes he's been wounded. Detective Timons and Shell rush to his side. Ryder sees Morgan, his beloved, and remembers how each past life ended the same way, him dying for her. And this time is no different. As he lies dying, Chaos vanishes. Then, silence. Ryder wakes up at his own funeral. He is officially a ghost. But before returning to the shadows, he steals one last look at Morgan. She turns and smiles. And Ryder walks on, ready for the next fight against Chaos. Movie ends here.